They could do anything with this. Of course, I'm hoping for tiny position 1, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to see a Brax Doom. He's been playing this a lot on stream. This hero got a lot more armor. I think 3 armor increase. So his laning stage is much better, but then at the same time, he loses the HP regen from Devour. So it's a give and take there.
Good break for the Tidehunter. If you eventually get the Aghanim Scepter, I think it's better now with the duration, because even though you're fighting less with it, it still means like when you actually are in the fight, you're a lot more powerful. And Tidehunter Ravage is going to be like about the same cooldown as the Doom. And I don't know how you guys have been feeling like playing on the patch, but I feel like there's a lot of heroes that are just people were getting like Vanguards. We saw it last game, like Bracers and just all sorts of like tanky items, and just have 2,000 HP at periods of the game that absolutely nobody should have 2,000 HP. In fact, they should have like, 1,000 or something. So I feel like these percentage damage things, these like amplifiers, like the Warlock Fatal Bonds, like Winter Wyvern Q, Doom's Infernal Blade, I feel like these things, and Death Prophet even, like Spirit Vessel, that sort of stuff, like these things have way higher value just because it feels like people are unkillably tanky in 7.29. I don't even know exactly why. Fluffy Hat being buffed is another like part of that maybe, but
that's when
Doom
you gotta pull
Heroes
out
just own.
Got to get that percentage burn damage then if they're going to be so tanky. Here comes Phoenix now, adding in a little bit of his own peppering team fight. This is a serious team fight from both teams. You got Ravage, you got the combo from Tiny, Puck's coil setup, Phoenix. This side's got Doom, Beastmaster, and a Rock. Anyone able to really kick off a fight and get things started. So action-packed lineups, but depending on what this Tiny's doing, Penta Ace, they need something to kind of take it to the late game potentially if he's not going to be the one position core.
I like this draft a lot better from Penta Ace.
They do have Beastmaster's passive to be able to kill Egg potentially, so they don't have to get like somebody specialized for that.
But that is really just it, is the thing. Like these other heroes, like Warlock and Doom, really don't want to hit Egg, I feel like if you just go into a fight, okay, well that hero wants to hit Egg, but if you go into a fight with the Phoenix, you just counter initiate this like Warlock bullshit and this Doom bullshit with the Egg. It's like nobody wants to turn and kill the Egg, other than this hero. So that was a solid pick. Second highest win rate jump of the patch. This Draw Ranger hero.
What positions have you guys been seeing Beastmaster? Is it always a 3, or can he play it as a 4 right
2
now?
also, the mid.
Right? I've seen mid and offlane. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a gunner.
So we're assuming offlane Doom and then potentially mid Beastmaster.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't watch Gunner stream a whole lot. I haven't seen him play in the mid lane, but as he mentioned, even in his pregame, he's one to flex a deep hero pool. We saw that Earth Spirit mid in season 1. So we'll see what kind of fun he has in this season so far. But I would wager if it's not going to be Beastmaster, then getting himself some sort of ranged mid laner to benefit more from the Drow. Is that still a thing? That's still a thing, right?
It is. It is. Yeah. It is. It's with the ulti now. You like a percentage of fragility.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to think. The big difference for Phoenix, the shard used to be the fire spirit surrounded you. Now it's Sunray deals.
It's slows now.
It's 12% slow,
which is pathetic.
And it allows you to cast while in supernova,
which is
so
not
that's
that
part
good.
of the shard now. You don't think that's good?
No,
really?
I don't think that's that good. I mean, it's so easy to run away from the sun ray and egg, and like you're hitting the egg too. You can just walk around it. It slowly has to turn.
Yeah, but if you move away from the beam while hitting the egg, that's a couple of hits you're not hitting it with. So I guess it's like, please stop hitting the egg as he beams them off, and they're just like, nah, we're good. We're gonna keep hitting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still think Phoenix is good. Like, it's literally one game, but from what I've seen in the other regions, DPC and pubs, there is a lot of like group fight being picked right now, and so I think Phoenix in general, the stock of Phoenix was already high with the major. Like Phoenix was coming into fruition and in the meta just at the end of the major, and then also group fighting is strong now, and as we talked about, like tanky heroes and being super unkillable, that's also strong. So percentage damage on Phoenix. So I think Phoenix is actually still legit.
What we're witnessing, gentlemen, is our evolution into Heroes of the Storm. We're just becoming Heroes of the Storm. Everybody's super tanky. There's team fights constantly. That's basically all that's needed.
Is it fun? Is that a fun game?
The new hero looks like it's from a mobile game, which you could say is like Heroes of the Storm. Nobody mentioned Heroes of the Storm because it died 5 years ago, but it's still technically alive, as we're going to see in Enigma. What they changed with this
Okay.
hero?
Jesus, team fight.
So-
Christ, this is ridiculous. Enigma
So they're
Warlock.
clapping back with the it's like, okay, so Penta Ace basically, I was gonna say I like their draft a lot better right now because they have this group fight to actually go against the Warlock without just getting like pathetically owned by it. But then Zoomers clap back even harder with this Enigma, and it's like now Zoomers has the advantage in the team fight. So the question is like, does Penta Ace pick something to like split up and take pickoffs or whatever, or do they pick something to actually out group fight this, which they already have a ton of group fights, so probably want to pick something that's more of like a. Well, you need something to get on the drow right now, I think.
And you don't really have. I mean, you can get Puck Ags to try to cancel the black. Not really, actually, because I
doesn't
think
work.
the initial one doesn't go through, right?
doesn't-
It's only the break.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually they actually don't have anything good to cancel the whole.
Last pick's a
Right, so it's-
gyrocopter. I'm going to jump over to Suns fan to go first.
Thank you.
on
I'm gonna go
this
4
one.
Zoomers because
Come on.
Gyrocopter sucks.
Oh god. I mean, I'll
He
go
still
Zoomers
sucks.
too. I think Beastmaster's the best hero in the game. I think that's the best hero.
And
Go
it's Gunner
Zoomers.
on it too. Mid lane Beastmaster. Look out for the straight to Ags shenanigans here. That is the thoughts from the panel. Why don't we go ahead and get into a break? But when we come back, Trent Lyrical bringing you the coverage.
Welcome back, all you fine folks out there, Dota fans. We got game number 2. Zoomers, they bared down for game number 1. I'm just going to keep going with that. Trent, but
Good, yeah.
game number 2, we got big team fights. How you feeling about them?
It's it seems to be the name of the game, our panelists say. Where Z-Freak spotted there.
Run.
Yeah, I know where that ward is. Instantly pinged by Husky.
Bing, 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 bing. I want him to drop his items first. That's what I want to see here. Actually, you probably can't do that. It's too scary right now. But in the meantime, sort of a wraparound coming the other direction, and Brax, ooh, I don't think they have anything to kill him either. Monster skilled Gush level 1, but they can't catch up to him in time. Ray was first.
Wow, I can't believe Husky didn't risk it for the sentry though. He'd rather just ensure that it wasn't the small camp, probably.
Wait, they didn't place this ward within vision.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Anyway, they saw it happen. Doesn't matter. Phoenix Beastmaster and 7.28 with the top 2 win rates of the heroes played, 100+ times. Whoa. 62% and 59%. Damn. Not surprising, especially Phoenix. I think Phoenix was a bit of a sleeper heading into the major. Like statistically, it was one of the absolute best heroes of the patch.
right.
Even before it started getting a little bit more recognition at the actual major, especially thanks to Ollie. So not too surprised to see the hero still being very popular. Sunray's ridiculous. It's more percent damage. It's gonna be around there, guys.
True. Yeah, it's something to be watching out for there. As they actually drop down 2 wards mid, 2 sentries rather, to make sure that they get the D ward option there. It's Gunner playing the Beastmaster, facing off against Rayoya's Puck, and this is the new life. Just axes.
So that's
all day,
interesting
every day.
though, because like Husky pinged that pillar. Like he was pretty sure that they warded up there when they saw Z-Freak come down the stairs.
Right.
But they'd rather make sure that the mid goes well. So we'll see when Gunner actually gets a chance for that.
Well, and then, you know, they might not have wanted to sort of take the chance on missing out on the sentry over to the side as well. But regardless, they at least have an idea that it could be over there, and we'll play around it most likely. A couple of denies is down bottom. We get to take a look at it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The Phoenix playing in this game, and I feel like one of the big combos is Gunner being brought down very low. He doesn't have any regen here or enough mana to TP yet.
Or the right side of the river. He's not a whole lot going for him at the moment.
He's like, all right, guys, I'm heading back. Don't worry, we're fine. He's got his bottle. He's good to go. But one thing as we see Z-Freak do this pull was the Puck and Phoenix combo together. It felt like it was one of the combos of the match where you would just, you know, coil somebody and immediately egg right in there, and it was really hard to deal with. So we'll see if that comes into play for them a little bit later on.
Now,
Strong
if you're
team
going to go bottle with like basically no stats, I'm kind of surprised that someone doesn't just buy you a bottle.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Like, why?
point.
If I'm a warlock, like, surely there's got to be some value play there where you're like, because I get it when the mid doesn't have enough to spam, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing bottles just being straight up pooled all the time.
Well, there's a problem here for Gunner. He was messing around so much with that bear last time. Rhea just outplayed him for both of the runes. That hurts. So no rune Gunner. That's his name. And yeah, that's going to be something to watch for. I guess we might see some people actually doing the pool bottle thing. Maybe it's just you need some of those other items early enough that it's not worth it. I don't know.
Man, it's a warlock.
This man needs his Bassi, all right?
You know, these mid laners, they're going to start getting greedy. Now, they don't get to share tangos anymore, so I'm surprised that they
Share
haven't
me
asked for a little bit
bottle.
more. Yeah, exactly. Shared bottle. And they just assumed that was the intention.
God. Well, you can see up here a lot of pressure being mounted, but Warlock should be perfectly fine to just keep healing up Sammy whenever the stuff goes on and the shenanigans happen with Z-Freak pulling it back behind the tower.
I've seen a couple Drow games in the SA games that began yesterday. We saw it picked up, I think, twice in a row by the same team. So teams already starting to kind of like form identities around the hero. Didn't end up winning, I don't think, either game, unfortunately. Actually, I think it won one game. But either way, she works pretty well in the patch. Obviously, the big thing for her is stats are back. Whoa!
Right.
So now you can just start maxing your stats after level 3, I think I saw yesterday. So we'll see what she does at 4. Oh, that's some weak heroes down bottom.
Yeah, this is a scary situation. Ocean barely able to get out of there, and Brax also keeping the pressure on. See a little bit of tip going on mid as some actions happening there as well, but they dove deep onto Brax here. He's still going to be able to live through it, though.
That's the new patch, right? With these new trees, all right? You guys got to do your homework. Got to figure out where you can go. A single Quelling Blade can take you so far on those tree lines now.
Yeah.
Because it's more like a maze than like a brush or something, right? Like it feels like there's always a path.
It's true. Just got to find it. Find the way to go.
I find it, memorize it.
I will also
Don't
mention.
be a scrub.
Don't. That's right. That's a good point. Yeah. Memorize everything. Let's take all the fun out of Dota. You know.
Hell yeah. You guys don't actually play this game, do you?
Brax, he's losing his Eidolons in one go to this flat cannon down bottom. This is so demoralizing. Look at it. They're all dead. Oh, no. Look at this. Is the saddest Brax. He's still able to deny creeps, but that one hurts. That's a lot of gold going back towards Fear. Every time.
The value of the gyro coming in hot.
Yeah. Ooh.
Look at this Doom, though. Actually unkillable. In the last year of Dota, according to Knoxville, only 2 teams have placed more sentry wards before 1 minute than 4 Zoomers did in this game. Wow.
That's a lot of sentries, man.
They were securing that mid lane.
That's right. Make sure it happens.
Guess what? He just bought another one. It's like Husky was listening.
Yeah. He wants to make it happen. Placed a third one there somewhere that we didn't spot out.
This is beautiful. Give me that experience, he says. Oh, yeah. Follow him around in that jungle. Sure, put a ward down. Oh, no, another camper. This is probably one of my favorite things to do with support. Think about how depressing this is as a mid laner. You're losing half of what you're gaining in the jungle, XP-wise.
It's true. And it's going to keep happening as well if he's not careful. They're thinking about actually making even a move. With Coil here on Ryoya, this could be a nice little toss out of it play, as you can see sort of the back and forth going on up top there. But yeah, there's a move that's coming in. There's still Brax nearby. Maybe he's just coming in to secure the rune. We'll see how it goes.
Tread's already finished up there for Gyro, too. So Roy and Fear very farmed, and I mean, Gunner, he started with the bottle, and after that, he's been looking good. I think his point booster's on the way by the looks of it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So have you witnessed the axes already?
I've played a couple of games. Usually I feel like against the Beastmaster, I feel like usually he gets it like right over high grounding or something, but getting it this early seems way better. Ooh, Ocean? Down bottom? He's going to get out of there. So it hasn't
looked helping too much.
It's just looked really obnoxious, but I feel like that's part of why I'm excited to see it here is like if it actually ends up being pretty good out of the mid lane.
The way I look at it is that, like, before, if you were doing this build, it was just bad. I mean, because the Necros were obviously the way to do it. It was kind of memey and stuff, and it was, like, you know, viable, I guess, but it was in no way a good build, really, in comparison.
Yeah.
But now it's, like, the extra damage that they gave it is just crazy. The fact that it now increases the damage by 40 when you buy the eggs, so you don't have to, like, wait for talents and stuff. It just gets so... It's like 3 throws, and it feels broken.
Yeah.
And, you know, now the Zoomers, of course, you know, Gunner, we saw a ban in the first phase, the Morphling, all right? Bowie was experimenting. The Morphling Beastmaster, that's a scary thought. Because the axes work together.
Yeah, with the damage amp you're talking about
so
there.
watch out for that one.
The one that I've been waiting for a while, and everybody laughed at me when I was saying it, was a Radiance eventually, right? Because like it's the damage over time gets amplified by that as well. It's any of the summons, like even your Boar's hitting for more damage here. As Gunner getting jumped on, and well, Ags isn't gonna save him this time. That is actually gonna be the first blood at 7.5 minutes. We had to wait that long for it, but able to get it on Penta Ace. Oh, up top. Maybe some action going as well. Or bottom, I think there's a black hole too, as they're going to try and kill off Fear. He goes down.
Oh, Brax?
Just
all right.
hit him with it. Wow. Sorry,
and Monster just did a...
my bad.
No, I mean, Monster just did a loop in the top jungle, and they get away, so there you go.
Yeah, really weird. Chase down now over to the side. They're going to toss back one more. Z-Freak wanting to get away. Yeah, I thought Monster was going to dive him up there top, but decided just to, you know, do a little ring around the rosy and get out.
Done a really good job with this Drow in terms of keeping her alive, but her actual farm levels aren't amazing or anything. She's pretty far behind the gyrocopter. I mean, all she can do really is sit behind the tower while getting healed. So Roy is here. There's the coil. Only hits one though.
The toss out afterwards could happen, or they're just going to freaking Ravage for it, killing everybody. Okay.
I like that Ravage because it even caught the Doom way in the back there too.
Yeah. Nice play there.
So that's Coil and Ravage to kill the hard carry, the 4, and push this tier 1 tower. Because I don't think they can contest this now because they know there's no black hole, right? So they would need a Gunner rotation with the Roar to do something. And it's not going to happen versus Monster.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point as well. 3 points up right now in Kraken Shell for the Tidehunter means, like, even Roar isn't going to really do much to him. So instead, they're going to head back bottom and can find the chase down here on the Fear. This is a nice kill for them if they get it, and, well, it's going to come their way. Oh, Egg? Husky. They're trying to find the kill with it. That really did, you know, they made sure to get the tower.
That was a good rotation, though, in response to the death on the Drow, right? Sameboy gets the kill, he can push the tower, and he's on the side of the map beyond anywhere for the Ancients. Unfortunately, there's no one stacking them right now. I think that is a key component to Drow that you still want to do.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure about this Zoomer's draft. Right now, Penta Ace are looking hot. All the big ultis being used sort of in quick succession. We'll have to see where it goes. Granted, you know, we haven't gotten level 6s on the supports for Zoomers yet, as they're going to try and pressure this tower.
Yeah, it's like one long punish game. Every time a long ulti is used, the other team's trying to get aggressive to force a fight where you're at a disadvantage. But then our clock's going to start syncing up, and we're going to get into a bit of a rhythm here of who actually has the power if this keeps up.
Right. Oh, back again mid. They found him. Gunner in some trouble. He's trying to kick down Royoya. They're moving in with the rest of them. Roars one, walks away from the other, thinking about the duel.
Oh, man.
Gets it. Z-Freak right on the edge, takes down Gunner. It's actually Royoya that got the kill. But nonetheless, big plays in Ocean. I mean, he held on to that Doom that whole time.
Boy instantly rotates over out of the jungle. Oh, they can't let Ocean go down here, though.
And he does. He falls. Mr. Kraken Shell takes off all those stuns.
That was a bit free, and he had the Doom too, so it will in the end save the tower, I suppose, so that's kind of worth it, but it basically was just an extra like bonus and one going the ways of Penta Ace there.
Yeah. And
no ancient stacks.
No ancient stacks.
They have Eidolons and Boars. Someone stack the ancients.
It ain't gonna happen. Give up. Your dream is dead. It's over. But the other struggle that we've sort of got here that's a problem is they just haven't taken a tower either. Beyond just being able to get ancients, it feels like they're going to start losing more map control, particularly if they can manage to take this mid tower. And like, I don't know, what stops them if Penta Ace just run mid with all their ultis like this?
Yeah. I mean, this takes Monster and probably +1 is fine, and this is going to give all the space in the world to Fear.
Right.
Actually, interesting. Same way, no points in the attributes. So this is different than what I've seen lately. He's going. I mean, that kind of makes sense of the rotations he's making too, right? He's actually being involved in combating heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to make use of that silence and those slows.
Yeah. Well, and, the silence is really useful this game against the Tidehunter for sure. Like no damage, silence, long duration is sick. And well, they find it now. Chase down, right click, black hole. All right, TP into it. Why not?
Yeah.
Eat a doom as well, monster. But now the rest of them show up, and well, Warlock looking and look at the fatal punch. It's onto all of them, but do they have enough damage? I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. Brax down soulless. He tries to make it work. The silence is out afterwards. Monster comes in with the Ravage and connects on all of them. Oh, you didn't bring enough ultis. In the end, Penta Ace had more. Triple kill for the doomed black hole monster. What a fight.
A triple kill? That's like the best Tide moment ever. That must have felt amazing. Husky came in, his music starts blaring over the speakers, he drops the rock, it looks like that's it. In a big climactic turnaround moment, the Zoomers are back in the game, and suddenly Monsters just rears his head from the ugly depths, like the Seattle Kraken coming to fruition in the future NHL season.
Oh God, please
Monster
stop.
was just a beast. He's going to be the official team of Dota, you understand. They're in Seattle.
I'm with it. Oh, that's a good point. That's something we have to watch out for.
Yeah.
But, dude, look at him. But like,
Can't wait till Tide gets a jersey. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, you look ravaged. He's still talking about it, just like we are.
Yeah, he's just waiting for that little cooldown. He just keeps spamming the lines. You cannot use this for 29 seconds.
Exactly. He has a blink dagger now afterwards. I've never seen a hero get black holed and doomed and then win the fight.
I
What
heard
the hell?
that Ravage. Like,
Yeah.
I felt it, you know, where it's just like, I could hear Monster himself screaming at his PC, I Ravage, I Ravage, I Ravage. Ah!
Yeah.
I imagine there was some sort of a guttural noise when he ripped that one.
Well, I mean, and now the sort of general place that we're at in this game, right? We've got Aghanim Scepter done on Gunnar, and this is a nice thing that's sort of used to try and bait out a couple of these little plays, right? It sucks to get hit in the face with axes over and over again. But that blink dagger now done on Tidehunter, that might be the answer. They just jump on him in the fights. Why not?
So good because the Ravage sets up for everything on their team. Every single person benefits from this Ravage just coming out. You know, it's not like they're just gonna like stick on one guy and start right clicking them. It's like time for Fear to lay down his ulti, sets up for double or triple coils. And
Right.
Tiny loves those moments too as a support player because like you only really get one jump as support, right? It's not often you even get a second or a third volley out unless you like insta give someone and then it's like chase down mode.
They're thinking about it mid. They're thinking about going. Gunnar is there. The rest of them were right behind, smoked up, ready to go. And
Timing's so good. Like smoking when there's 10 seconds left on Ravage, right? And just everyone's getting in position, and the moment it's available, they're in a spot to actually utilize it. And there, that's a free pick. Don't spend too much.
Yeah. Takes it down. And in the meantime, back towards mid they go. They're going to try and pressure this, and we'll see if Gunnar can keep them back with the axes. I mean, it is a lot
look
of
at that
damage.
axe. Yeah.
Like, but I don't know if it's going to happen. They're just a really hard group of heroes to fight into right now.
He is so far back right now. Because it's like, on the one hand, he wants to get a couple taps in to maybe scare them into like, oh, what if they initiate and I've got a stack of it already on me? Like, am I just going to die? But he can't even come that close because of the blink.
Yeah. It's too much. Oh my god,
Ooh,
his
the
hawk.
Yeah,
his hawk
yeah.
died as he summoned it from the orb.
Free gold.
Well, Z-Freak here gonna go for the D ward, knows that there's
Very
a ward
nice.
up here, takes it down, and Brax moving in a position to try and take it away. I mean, maybe Brax can be that sort of big win for them in the end, because there still isn't that answer for, you know, BKB Rabbit
yeah.
or BKB Black Hole.
When you're talking about all the buffs and stuff for like the Enigma in terms of being a core, but also Abyssal Blade, like that was
Yeah.
such a key answer last season to Enigma.
Right. Speaking of which, now in some trouble. They're gonna walk in. Ravage used, connects onto the Enigma. He is gonna burn to death. Does get off one more Malefice as Doom died on the other side of the fight. But you can see this is a complete turnaround here. Penta Ace have come up with all the solutions in this game.
I think they wanted a couple more that so they could Roche, as well as having the Aghanim to the Gyro. He's not quite ready to Roche off of that.
Right.
I feel like they're gearing towards that when they go for a big play like that.
It's a good point. They do have the medallion done on that Tide, and now the Agonist is coming out from Gyro, and you can see the sickle being drawn. They will at least want to play in there. We'll see if they decide to wait to go.
I think that's actually even Brax circling it too. So he's identifying like, this is where they want to be, this is where I want to be, and he's correct.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
it's time to fight, right? There's no Ravage. There's a Coil in 20 seconds, and they still have the Egg. So this won't be free for the Zoomers, but they're looking to initiate.
Ooh, Pupil's Gift for
I see
Drow
a ping
right
there from
before the
Zephyr.
fight.
He seems to know.
Fear. Gotta be careful. No Blink Dagger. Husky walking in. They spot him right at the start, thinking about who to go on. A little bit of indecision, and Ocean is gonna have to give up his life for this, and well, maybe he finds more Husky.
I don't know
Husky's
what
the one
happened
that
there.
that is unfortunate. Big plays from Penta Ace, and now finding more over to the side here. They're gonna buy back on a couple though. Okay, Roya jumps in, Malefice out, Silence onto both. Can they bring him down in time? There's gonna be the rock laid down. Brax still has Black Hole available, but he is now so freaking low. He's gotta be careful, and there's the egg in the middle of all of them. Husky trying to take it down, he's the only one hitting it. It's not gonna work. They lose him.
Oh my, I can't believe that roar didn't get off.
And now they find him. Oh, Gunner's there as well. Silence down and dead. What a great fight for Penta Ace. They are killing it.
That was so sick by Moo. I don't know if he just like saw, I think he saw what was happening. He saw Gunner turning towards his hair. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Not today.
Unreal.
Man, what a horrific series of events there for the Zoomers. From starting that off with a 3-man incursion into the high ground like that without even having Gunner there, who is a big damage dealer, is that mid Beastmaster right now with the axes. Like, he's kind of at a peak right now where he can do something. It almost worked by dragging the fight back towards the outpost and coming with the reinforcements there, but obviously not able to sync it all up and get the big win. And now it took so long that Ravage is back.
Yeah. You know, I think that there is a downside that comes about when these heroes start to pop off. Like, you know, everybody's talking about the Beastmaster and the Axes. Everybody's thinking about it. And when that happens, people start theory crafting ways to deal with it. And this looks like a pretty good way to deal with it, because I feel like Gunner has been like just a range creep this game.
What's the way to deal with it? Don't play versus the enemy team as Beastmaster?
I don't know. I mean, well, I guess the threat of like Blink Ravage or, you know, I don't know, big ultis maybe. I'm not really sure. But whatever it is, the hell that Penta Ace are doing it, they're killing it. And
That's true.
Gunner's been struggle city. Ocean dead.
He's 0-7-2. I did not think it was going to be that high when I clicked, but that armor, not enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
A few more
attack.
buffs.
Just a couple more.
Yeah. This is a tough situation right now for the Zoomers, but Penta Ace, everything that they want. They still haven't actually gotten that Roche. They went out for a fight instead outside, which, you know, ends up working. They secure themselves the Doom kill. And now they're going to claim it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I have to say, this gyro pick was really good.
Yeah.
Between the bullying of Brax in the lane and then the little bit of like help when needed with the missile and stuff, but also just being this hard carry who's from me the whole time.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not again. Z-Freak. Roar. Oh, tries to kill him. Wants to go for the takedown. Gunner's in trouble, though. They're slowing
Whip
his
it.
movement speed with the whip. Gunner keeps on throwing out those axes. Can't play himself out of that one. Dead again. Penta Ace.
Are you suggesting I can't actually just solo an entire enemy team with this thing?
You know, you can try. We'll see what happens. I mean, Sammy is still farming. Like, we haven't been able to really see this Drow get involved that much. Is up on high ground, almost able to claim that kill onto Husky, but he managed to CP out. So maybe there's some life that could be sort of found for them there, and like when Brax gets his BKB as well. I don't know. How are you feeling about this game? Does it to me at least, it doesn't feel quite as hopeless as last game for
Yeah,
Penta
I
Ace.
think for the most part they're actually doing a lot of the right stuff. It's just the moments where they really need to come through have been the biggest failures for them, right? Those big team fights, they're just getting beat out in those engagements. But in terms of like the spreading the map and everything, I think this game could be looking worse for the Zoomers right now if it wasn't for how well Gunner's been playing like the bottom lane to keep that pushed out. Sammy
Right.
Boy has been essentially invisible for the past 10 minutes, which is a good thing with how much these guys are hunting on the side of Penta Ace, right?
Dire's
true.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, it's super needed for them as well. And like they don't have those initiation items online yet. Like for Doom, when he gets this Blink Dagger, that's going to make a huge difference to these fights. But that's of course assuming they can get to that point without being too far behind. Man, Ocean has set up here for a potential wraparound of epic proportions. We'll see if it works for them or not. Husky's trying to move into position as well as they take this tier 2 tower. I mean, they'd have to commit a lot to get this kill into Fear. It feels pretty unlikely, particularly with the Aegis. Yeah, and he's just going to go and cut the wave to make sure that they don't end up going for the tier 3, it looks like.
They're just hoping that someone TP's bottom. They're going to try and use the Hawk vision, I'm sure, to see in behind that bottom tier 2 and maybe try to get a punish there. But no, he just leaves without even hawking. Now, Sammy walks right into Ryoya.
Oh, BK BTP. Good decision.
Okay, he's a DD. I was wondering why he was hitting so damn hard.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a high armor hero, you know? I guess not once you're up in her face, though, to be fair.
Ooh. Catch. Husky. Gonna heal himself. Give him the old walk away.
This is Ocean Husky's 250th pro game together. Second most experienced pair within the... Sorry, I couldn't catch the rest of it there, bud. I was watching the other
feed.
The other part.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, Jace. There's no way you catch Ryoya here. It's not gonna happen. And I think Ocean's in some trouble right now. Ryoya finds the kill. Yeah. I mean, Doom it's just never gonna get off onto the puck.
I don't know how he dooms anyone at this point. There's no like lead-in stun. I guess if the Golem comes out, right? He basically needs Golem to doom. Let him take a second to get an actual good target. Which is a fair point, because now even if he doesn't get the Blink Dagger, that is an option for them. But something that's become very clear over the past, especially like second half of the first season, I think of the DPC across every region was the benefits of just not high grounding, of not panicking in terms of pushing for objectives in the mid game.
Right.
Like tier 2s and tier 3s, there's really no point forcing them, except for the first one can be really beneficial now with like the early outpost take and everything, but overall it's generally just so much safer and better for your team to just farm the map.
Well, and
So PentAce are just going to take their time here, I think.
Right, and you can kind of see the way that they're moving this as well. I think Brax is actually going to get spotted by that courier heading right over the top. Don't know if they were watching that sort of area of the mini-map or not, but they've now taken all of the outer towers. There's still that outpost to go and get. It's not like a huge amount of XP, but if you're playing this sort of like slow beatdown game, it's worth it to get it eventually. But BKB going to be picked up by Brax, and maybe this is the moment. We'll see.
They saw his courier, actually, but it does get away now.
Okay. All right. Lanes are getting pushed out. Gunner's here. He has his BKB as well. Going next for Kai Assange.
And Sammy might be getting the shard here on the Drow Rangers. So I saw the Drow attempted versus the Huskar. She never quite made it to the shard, unfortunately, because that game just got rocked. Those Huskars insane. But it's hypothermia stacks. It's pretty crazy. So you can get up to 7 stacks, which can reduce their regen by up to 70%.
Wow.
Yeah, and when they die, they do this like explosion of damage. It also increases your damage by 5 per stack. So you're also hitting for an additional 35 damage when they're at full stacks.
I mean, that's going to be super relevant. You've got the Gyrocopter here that just finished a Satanic.
And the Sunray.
Yeah.
So it is good. I feel like it's kind of pricey on Drow because of how valuable stats are. That's the only downside to it, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch. I'm curious if does it affect because the regeneration, is it regeneration? Because heal is the Phoenix thing, right?
I believe it should factor both, but I think that
There's some
term
weird
gets
coding.
tossed around a lot, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, they're underneath the ward here. They're underneath the ward, spots out Moo. There's the stun, There's the doom. Where's the follow-up now? Husky moving into position. Hits the stun, it's only onto 1. Now the pushback, trying to get themselves a little bit of an opening. Brax, they walk in, BKB, looking for that black hole, times it afterwards. Can they bring him down in time? The right click's coming in from Drow in just a moment. Fear is dead. Now the follow-up. Moo moves back into position, has the egg down.
Oh,
They try
Zebra.
her, take it down. Big old jump in. Brax down low. Roya is still chasing. The coil is there afterwards. They're going to buy back now on Seafreak to get him back into this. Axes come out. Big blink away, though. Avalanche toss, tries to escape. Roya still running. Silence for a moment. Whips him once. And Brax gets him from the low ground with the Malefice. The chase down's continuing here as
Long
Seafreak
fight.
tries to play his way
5
out
stacks,
of there.
6 stacks,
Building him up. And I think he's going to get ran down eventually.
7 stacks.
Give him
8.
another
Oh my
whip.
God.
That's too much damage. That was the fight they needed, and they won it beautifully.
Oh, that fight started off so horrifically because Saving Boy just initiates onto Zfrag, gets down to like half HP, and Zfrag just Shadow Ambulance. So then he has to change target. Starts hitting someone else. Zfrag comes back out, hits him again, Shadow Ambulance again. And he was standing next to him too, so he even lost his marksmanship for a while. And yet still, well, once again, the big ultis coming through from Husky wasn't ideal, but it was enough to actually start turning the tables there because of the help of the Fatal Bonds.
Very important stuff. We saw, I mean, and like you're talking about, just getting that fight to sort of last longer and longer, it starts to really see that damage stack up for Gunnar. He ended up doing the most in that fight by far, 7,200 throughout the course of it. And it's spooky.
Why does Roy have a 35-second cooldown now? I heard Jenkins talking about that with the auctioning core goes to 20 seconds. That's absurd.
Yeah, that's silly. Nobody needs that. Nobody.
Everybody wants that.
Right. Gunnar. God, he's so fast. With the bullwhip and the boots of travel. Rocket's going to hit him, but he's still walking it off. Interesting things to watch here. But I think we saw there the power of just getting the BKB black hole. And Drow didn't even get her BKB off during that. She just sort of took it because she knew she didn't have to worry about getting bursted. It's kind of cool by Sammy.
All right, Husky, how good's this heal? Oh, no. Yeah, he got Yules. All right, it's gone.
GG.
Ooh, that's a good find. Titan Sliver and the Orbit Destruction.
Interesting.
Oh, he
yeah.
already has Paladin Sword. He wants all 3. Sorry,
Oh,
team.
no. Yeah, I'm not sure what they where they end up sending that Orbit Destruction. There isn't really a great hero to take it besides them.
Yeah, because the axes are magical now. Yeah, I mean, I guess if Warlock doesn't have a good item, I know he's got Keen Optic. Sometimes like your 5 can even be all right, like whatever, you know.
Right. A little bit of packet loss apparently. Is that really Monster's score right now? He is 8-0-10 on this Tide Hunter.
Started out well, you know.
Dude, this hero.
I love Tide. He's got to be one of my favorite heroes in Dota, just like all time.
We saw, I don't remember who it was. Somebody was playing him this morning in the European games that I was watching, and it looked really good there as well. I mean, it's kind of an interesting answer for the Beastmaster, right? Because he immediately purges off all the stacks with the Kraken shell.
Yeah, every time it becomes a bit much, then it just gets reset.
Mm-hmm. I mean, once is kind of a bit much, to be honest, with how much damage it does with that plus 40. But
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot going for him, too. Like, I mean, minus armor is always going to be good.
Right.
He's helping with Roshan and everything. He has really cool late game stuff now because of the way the Anchor Smash works. He's actually, over the past, like, year and a half or 2 years, God, it's been so long, actually.
Okay.
He's just changed drastically. He's very much improved.
We got the wonderful Mr. Knoxville let me know that it was Skylark that was playing it this morning, where it looked pretty good. I think they ended up losing, but
we won't mention
that's
that
fine.
part.
No,
No.
he looks good doing it.
Good style.
So the other thing to watch for could be like an egg. Is I guess it's not really an answer, but it's something at least to deal with the black hole, at least doing damage through the BKB. Or maybe, late game, a late game gyrocopter getting a basher or something, even. I can dream. Uh-oh. There's a Ravage.
That was a real drow.
Wow. That Manta did not do enough at the end there.
I saw the little thing moving on the mini-map, and I was like, huh, that's an odd place for a drow to be all by herself, but I guess he thought he might have been safe there. He was quite wrong. Vision up on the high ground, that's a freebie.
Yeah. Quick and easy blow up there, and now Monster walking up high ground. They spot him again. Turn around with the black hole. Why not? The chase down. It's caught both, but there is no damage. Your drow is dead. The Doom gets hit by the stun, and that will be a dead Ocean. And now no black hole.
Oh, who got it?
Oh, okay. Able to get in
he
there.
got the
Moo
cheese?
picked it up. Okay, he got one.
But who got the shard?
Wait, how did he get that? I wasn't even looking. Did he just run in and take it? Wait, was he the one that ran in and finished Roche while they were fighting?
No, it was the really Gunner was the only one in there from the Dire.
Okay.
Gunner got the cheese.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well played then. I mean, they're still dead with no buyback right now on Gunner. But they might be able to hold here, and then it could end up looking okay for them. With the Aegis on Moo, that's not really the hero you wanted on.
Yeah, he kind of like forced the panic there. I also don't think he maybe wanted the shard either, I would guess.
You can choose not to.
That's what I was about to ask. Is that for the shard now too, and
Yeah.
the Aegis and the X?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder why he took it then. Maybe. Oh, he might have had to instantly consume it to grab the Aegis.
That could be it.
That might be what it was. I mean, it's a pretty good shard, but
Yeah.
I would think that you'd want like Tide or even the Gyro over that.
Right. Well, in the meantime, it's a 9,000 gold lead after that last fight. And Penta Ace looking to still be in control of this game, but Zoomers have their way back into it for sure. Win probability shooting back up their favor, about 70% right now. But can never count out the big ulties.
Crazy how that one fight brought it back to even.
Yeah.
And then we're just back to, Penta Ace are fine.
No.
I hope Penta Ace take this one because I'd like a game 3. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
This has been a very interesting series, and I love seeing all these new concepts in action, you know? It's one thing to have them in your pubs and stuff, but you really want to see their metal get tested in a more serious environment.
Right. Well, and I think this match has pretty huge implications as well. There was a lot of situations previously where I felt like, you know, the NADPC, we kind of knew what was going to happen. I'm not so sure this time around. Like, it really feels like there's a lot of potential outcomes that could come. And, you know, Zoomers, if they lose to Penta Ace, that would definitely change things. Sammy again, maybe in some trouble. They get Vision, doesn't get the BKB off yet again. No save, egg on top of it. Sammy trying to get out of there, but the damage over time from the egg and the right click kills him. They dropped everything yet again, and they take him down.
Oh, Yules? Got him.
Again, Warlock in trouble. Husky's gonna fall. Penta Ace came to play in game number 2.
I will take this kind of a Tide Hunter every single time over someone that holds Ravage. Like, sure, some games maybe it's a little bit better and you need that perfect one. But I think with the amount of team fight they have on the side of Penta Ace, that is exactly what Monster should be doing. Just let it rip. You see one half-decent hero. Remember, like, this is a BKB Drow, and they're still able to just pressure and do this.
Right. Oh, Gunner comes back in trying to kill these creep waves. They have Blink now with the BKB ready. Brax might need to pop it here as he throws out the Midnight Pulse. Then the turn, drops the Doom. It hits himself as well. He's willing to take that trade for now as Z-Freak is dead. Really kills Ocean, though.
Yeah, I think he got the deny, didn't he?
Ooh.
Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. I thought someone denied him. I saw the exclamation.
Monster Black Hole onto 2 with the rock afterwards. Why not? Drop it down, but do they have enough to kill him? No. Fear lives through all of that. I need that hypothermia from the Drow to stop the Satanic. Once you get that off, it is just no good.
Dude, don't get out of this. Okay, good. They had so much on that phase shift.
Chase down, looking for it. Oh, good Lotus with the dive to make sure the Malefice didn't hit. Dude, what a Satanic from Fear.
Oh, he doesn't have it, unfortunately. Ah, the lead grows.
Yes.
Man, Satanic's so sick now, actually, though.
Yeah.
It definitely needed buffs. I worry that it got over buffed. 10-second cooldown reduction, no longer dispellable, even though that didn't really factor that often. But then also having the basic dispel on cast, like, it seems kind of good.
That's kind of nuts.
Sounds by Drought? Nope.
What do you think if it like had to cost mana or something? I feel like that might be an interesting nerf. I don't know.
No, then that just hurts some heroes more than others. Like Gyro wouldn't care.
That's true. But who cares about Gyro? I guess Gyro's looking pretty good here. Maybe I should care about Gyro.
3 months later, Gyro's like the best hero in the game.
It's true. I mean, this could also just be a Fear thing too, though, right? Like, I feel like the old man's coming back into his little bag of tricks here and pulling out something. He's like, why don't you guys just play it like this?
The closer that you become to the hero, you start to understand it more. So the more that he's a grumpy old man, the
That's right.
stronger his gyrocopter becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Why I'm such a good Viper player, because I'm a pathetic worm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Great. I just agreed with
I
you
had to
on
think
that
of something. I didn't know.
That's why I'm such a good Darkseer.
I'm
Because I have
dying.
a
I'm
cone
a shambling
head.
corpse, my former self. I don't know.
Right, there you are.
There's a lot to work with there.
Well, interestingly enough, over the last couple of minutes, the lead has actually gone back. I mean, still into the favor of Penta Ace, obviously, but Zoomers are starting to catch up. They're playing the map pretty well here, getting a good amount of farm for themselves. So we'll see how this one goes. They have the shard done on Brax now as well for Enigma.
Ooh, that's a good one. Man, did
Ooh.
this get changed at all? I don't think it did, right?
No.
Hey, it's very annoying. I hate playing versus this.
It's true. Oh, catch him. Push back.
The team's here.
As BKB catches there onto one, pops it now, tries to run away. There's the black hole into both.
Bring him
Pulling
in.
them in. How much damage you got? The damage yet per stack, it blows up both of them. They got the healing coming out though. Zoomers have to back out. Brax barely able to walk away. Long range too, but there's the catch with the golem onto both. Muted again. He has Satanic when he comes out of this on the gyrocopter. Needs to build up those stacks that much more. How many times can he do it? Look at the gyros getting torn apart. This freaking Axe Beastmaster is such a ridiculous spell. All of them
my
fall.
God.
How much damage did Gunner do in that fight? That was unreal.
You know what's crazy is that they actually were dispelling it too. I saw him use the Satanic once to do it. I saw the Kraken shell popping it off too, and it didn't even matter. It was still just so much. And how about Brax though? The initiation, the follow up there after the Ravage. This is the reason why Monster's been ripping out those Ravages like that, is because they were worried about a bait play like this.
Yeah.
And even though they got it, it wasn't enough this time. Oh, look where they're going!
Right in
Give me
towards
some
it.
buyback.
They have the buyback still there on Tide, but no Ravage. The Phoenix gonna try and hold on. They have 3 seconds until Tiny's back up, but these big damage dealing cores, they're not there for another 30. And I don't know if they're going to be able to hold out long enough. There's no necro books, but they're moving right on in, trying to toss the drow into the freaking fountain. Sammy taking a couple hits of it, but just going to turn, try and beat into Sea Freak. He's dead. 4 Zoomers trying to cheese themselves out a win here. As Monster's going to get chased down. They turn with the roar. It's not enough time. It's not quick enough. The game is over. Zoomers managed to pull it out. Despite being down so much net worth, they close it out. And unbelievable is I think that beautiful gif of you normally shows. Trent, unreal.
Saber hit him with the amateur after that amateur.
Wait,
He
what?
fell
Did he
for
really?
a trap. It took 7 tries. It's a voice line.
Oh, okay, got it.
It took 7 tries of baiting one hero for the perfect team fight. But nobody defeats our strategy 7 times straight. And the Zoomers steal a win there from the depths, a classic tale of how many wins does this lineup need to win the game? How many team fight wins?
Yeah.
I guess it was just 2, really. Both times it was like a 20K deficit or so, and they just claw their way back.
It's interesting. We talk so much about like Beastmaster and the the Necros and now the Axes, but the other thing that we don't talk about enough is the Inner Fire, right? Isn't that what it's called?
That's Huskar.
That's not Inner Fire.
You mean the Inner Beast?
Inner Beast, that's the one. It was in something, but I couldn't remember what exactly. Thank you for correcting me.
He was on fire this game. That's
He
what
was.
you were going for. I understand.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But like all of that attack speed built up just meant that with that and the drow was done. Kaput. Over. Trent.
Husky again with this Warlock too. I mean, it wasn't really the big damage deal, but hey, the ultis, the big turnaround plays they needed. Sammy Boy's playstyle is so weird. Like that last fight where he comes back in, he actually perfectly magnetized them in like, hey guys, the drow's out of position again. And then bam, the clap down from the Warlock once again. What a performance by the Zoomers.
Yeah, 6 stuff. Very impressive. Penta Ace, there were moments where they looked good. Curious to see where this team goes, but this is, I think, the result most people were expecting, if maybe not the way that they thought it would go in this game number 2, but a lot to learn. And for now, at least, we're going to have to head on back to the panel, see what they could glean from that. doesn't feel like a shellacking, but I'm sure that we'll be able to figure out something else to sort of deem this by the end of it. But to a quick break now, we get back. It's going to be the panel.